Well, you can see yesterday, this is the 4-hour chart, went down and then went up. I haven't been on today yet. This yellow line here is just what I marked yesterday at a point that I did get in, just to see how I was going to plan out for the rest of the day, was all that was. These blue and purple lines are my 15-minute orb. That was from way back here one of the days. So they're not accurate. I'm just going to move them out of the way here for now. We got a 5-minute here, and then a 1-minute here, and a 15-minute here. So I'm just checking it over what happened. Yeah, this yellow is so right at the beginning of the line right here at the yellow. I did get in at one point, but it it actually went down. I thought it was going to go up to this candlestick at least, and it didn't. I can't remember if I got profit or not. I think I was only profitable yesterday. Yeah, down here you can see I was the 21st. Yeah, these are all the trades from here up. So 150, 50, 100. That one I cut 0. So that might have been that one. I could look at the time, but I'm just not going to. 125, 300, 12, 62, 237, and 500. Then I purposely lost this 1375 because on this TopStep for this combine, you can only make 50% of your the needed amount, which is 3,000. You can only make half of that in one day. So I was at like literally $1,506. So I'm like, I just got to lose a couple dollars. So I just purposely lost a little. So I was under that. You can see I only have a little less than 700 to get the 4 combines passed. Just seeing what happened today here. So what happened was I was in here somewhere. Well, I got this 500, 237. I got in up here, and then it was going down, so I got in down here as well, just to be safe, because I could see these higher lows. Well, then Trump spoke, and I actually had a set profit. It wasn't even that high. It was somewhere like right here, but that's what this $737 was. I was just on a literally different screen. Heard the take profit. Well, it spiked way up, and luckily I took my profit, because if I didn't, it would have been good. I mean, I would have been up a lot of money. I mean, if I would have like literally waited a couple more minutes, I would have been, I mean, significantly up. I mean, I don't want to exaggerate, but like $5,000 or something. Well, that wouldn't have been good for the combines, because I would have had to make a whole bunch of a lot more. Now, if I had the XFAs, that would be like more or less real money in my pocket, as long as I don't break those rules. But anyways, so yeah, I had to take profit like here, and that's what I had to do for the day. Now, if I was in my other ones here on TradeSyncer, these Tradifys will turn on, and the Lucids. Now, these are all, we'll call them combines as well. They're not lives. But it's the same thing. Some of these have 20, 30, 40% consistency rule. So that's why my goal is between 250 and 600 a day max, because once again, same like TopStep, you need 3,000 to get into the funded accounts. Well, at $600, that's about 20% of 3,000. So that's the most I want to make per day until I get into the funded accounts. And then TopStep has no consistency with funded. A couple of these are special. So I think one of these doesn't, but all the other ones, they do have consistency. So my goal, unless it's possibly for the TopStep accounts, is never going to be more than 600 a month for now. Because keep in mind, I mean, this is for 10 accounts right here. I mean, eventually it's going to be literally like 30 and then like 70 accounts throughout platforms, which is how like literally turning $250 a day on one trade, we'll multiply that by 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 accounts. It can add up significantly. So that is where we're at. So now we're just looking at this, what happened today again, because I completely turned off this market right after this trade, so I didn't even see that the market went up this high and rebounded. This is the market close right here. So all this is Asia. You can see it went up a little back down to this point. 2 o'clock here. That's London. Open there. It went to, well, it actually went pretty high. You can see on this chart over here, it almost ticked that little low thing, but then we went up here in the actual market in this New York. We went up and we did tick this guy down and then up. It seems like a lot of these days, at least recently, you can't really tell in this 4 hours much, just because of the candles. If I were to pull up a 1 hour, it'd be easier. But a lot of these days we seem to like go down and then up, or vice versa. You go up and then down. So like, yeah, I mean, yesterday was the same thing here. We'll go to yesterday. We opened up right here where my line is. So right here, right about where this yellow is. Went up significantly, by the way. I mean, this is ES, and this is literally, give or take, 856 up to 906. I mean, you're talking literally like 50 points. So it went up like 50 points, down significantly more than that. Down like 60, and then it went up. Yes, it's because of Trump's news, but I mean, it is the same thing either way. A sharp up with a sharp down. And that's been a lot of days. I mean, if we go back to this the day before, kind of the same thing. Opened here, kind of a down and then an up, but I'll consider it more of an up and then a down for the rest of the day. So now what are we doing today? Now these lines that I have are just two different trend lines that I made a long time ago. You can see they're not really valid now. This one isn't at all. I mean, I don't even have it on the bottom there, and it's just through the I don't even know how I have that. This one is a more long-term one. Why do I have that? Yeah, not exactly sure why I have that one either. I think it was just because of these 3 points, actually. Yeah, it was. You can just see touch, touch, touch. Because I do a lot of support and resistance. This is just a trend line, so it's not, I guess, support or resistance. But you can see these, like, literally the record highs. It came close or touched it multiple times. I mean, there, which is right where my lines are last week for the other days. See, and it gets above, doesn't want to. But it is still making, ever since here at least, it is making higher lows. Now besides this one. So we will see what happens. Four hours, just another good one to look at, just to see. Because I mean, this was the yesterday's. I mean, huge down, huge ups. Just looks totally different than on the 15s and other things. So I'm wondering, this is obviously the high right away. This is market open. Came down, but it didn't really. See, to me, on this 15 minute, or even the 5 minute, if I just make a line at this, well, here, we'll do it right at the, well, we'll do it at the bottom. I mean, the only thing I could see that pops up to me at all is this little area here. I don't know if that was filled with orders or anything. I mean, unless you used like a fib tool. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see why it would have reversed anywhere in this area, unless it was gonna right here. Which you can see it almost tried to. It went down and then back up. But I mean, that would be my first guess, but I'm actually slightly surprised it didn't go down to here or here and go back up, but sometimes that happens. Yeah, you can see the candles started getting doji-like, wiki. That's a scary candle though. And it still continued to go up though. See, if I was in a trade here, I mean, I would have taken profit more than likely, especially that much of a move. It's, I guess it wasn't that much. It's not even 10 points, but in 5 minutes it whips up, touches literally pretty much this VWAP, or at least on the 5 minute, goes up, and then it just instantly goes back down. But then it does continue to go up. Retests the VWAP, it passes it, tries to go up, tries to retest it again here, and then that, well, we'll call it rejects it. This is an interesting area right now because we're getting to close to these highs of the day. We're at, you can see right here, we're at literally London highs right now, which is, I mean, I won't say we're consolidating, but we're not moving completely in a direction. You could at least see here we're having higher highs and lows a little bit. Now it's just a little harder for me to read. It is 10:30 Central, so it's a little more standard. So when I trade ES like this, to get my $250 profit goal for the day, if you really want to be risky, you can trade 2 minis, because this is just it's not micro ES, it's just ES. If you trade 2, all you need, you can see all these lines, this is 2 points, 58, 60, 62. All I need is 2.5 points to make that 250. Now if I was just going to be a little safer and just trade a 1 contract, then you need 5 points, so it's, you know, well, 4, 5. Now the thing is, some of these candles, you know, you see these bigger ones, I mean, like this candle right here, for example, 54 all the way down to 49. That's literally a 5-point candle in 1 minute. So if you call it wrong and you have 2 contracts, I mean, now that's $500 you lost just like that. And then does it keep going down, or does it actually go back? Are you patient and you were right, and you don't lose money, you are correct. I've done that. That's something I'm working on, but my biggest thing is you got to cut your losers. And honestly, the less size you have, the easier it is, because the amount will go down slower. So honestly, trading 5 or 10 micros, because a micro ES is $5, for 1 point, where a mini is 50, so it's literally 10x. So I mean, if you were doing multiple of those, that'd be cool, or just do one mini. And the only reason the micros are better is because you can like take profit along the way, or if you like start with like 3 or 5 contracts. Let's say I wanted this to go up right now, but it did retrace to here or something, but I saw it going back up. Well, now I can buy more, assuming I think it's still gonna go back up. So that's cool. We're just gonna pause this. I'll start a new video.